All right, all right, all right. This man stands, the guardian at the gate. He's guarding it. He's standing there. This is what a guardian does. They guard. Did you guys know that? Wow. I really think a lot of my audience. Yeah, Jesus. He's a guardian. He's the guardian of the gates of Korea, standing there at the border and saying, no Taiwanese entry, mate. This is Creator from Team Envy. His opponent in the top left-hand side trying to smuggle a whole suitcase filled with moldy cheese right through the airport customs and saying, what? What are you talking about? No, I'm not bringing any food goods through. No, I would prefer that you don't look in my luggage. This is Haas. To be fair, I keep saying he's cheesy. He definitely cuts corners more confidently than most players, but they're very well studied. And honestly, what impressed me this season, if you guys look at when he was first playing Nice in the Taiwan region, dude, Haas like opened up and he was like, oh, here's an Adept harass, here's an Oracle harass, combined with the Adept harass, here's more Adept harass, here's another Oracle run by, here's DTs hitting 2 bases at once, here's Blinkstalkers picking off units and blinking away. Like, it was non-stop multi-prong aggression and it was beautifully executed. Now, unfortunately, that does appear to be my Wi-Fi having a little bit of the poopies right now. Even though it's within a meter of the hotspot, my 5G. While the stream actually seems like it's been okay since the start, so we might swap back to another net port if that keeps up. At least they're not feeling it. Apparently it's just me. Yeah, looks like our connection over on our other PC is just fine, so we might swap back. See what's up. Pylon going up on the low ground, guys. So double Stalker there. Got 2 Stalkers for Creator as well. Now, both sides just chilling. Now, of course, Creator has locked Haas probe in his base. That's what this shield battery is. He just wants to kill that probe. Buy time for the Stalkers to come out. Kills it. Cancels that. And pylon blocks as well. Creator's really been enjoying the pylon block. And the thing is, he likes to let that finish. But Haas and Nice before him, they like to wait for it to finish because they don't want him to... If they attack it before, they know he'll just cancel it. Especially if he knows it's Stalkers. So they want to get the full 100 minerals of damage. They don't want him to get the 75 minerals back. Do we put a Nexus down straight away? There's already a Twilight Council behind this for Haas. And he's gone 4 Stalkers. Twilight Council into the Nexus. His opponent, Creator, already has a very quick Nexus on the way. Now, he was waiting with 2 Stalkers in the grass, hoping that 2 Stalkers would fumble out into them and he'd get the first hits off using the sight blockers. He's got 2 sentries and another sentry and a Stalker behind it, as well as his shield battery and a Robo. So once again, an Omega safe opening for Creator.
Thanks for the Bezos box.
Apologies! Apologies for the title, guys. Sorry. We thought Nice had won 3-0, but then they hosted Game 4 and Game 5. Thank you, Sir Confucius, for the Prime Gaming. Creator going to scout and look at that. Steers around the Stalkers, sees the probe transfer, sees a Twilight Council. I think he'll still be building an Observer first because he's playing Haas, and it's a good idea. Down 2 probes, Creator right now. Haas being a little bit more consistent in that early probe production. So even with the later Nexus, he ends up relatively even on the workers, maybe with a very slight lead. Both of them chrono boosting their expansions. Observer on the way. And Hallucinated Phoenix here for Haas. Coming on in. Sees the Robo. And does steer that around. Sees the back of the natural. Lots of probes there. So both players seeing that the other player is committing to a lot of economy. Now Forge and a Twilight go down here, and they have not been spotted just yet. You see, he also can't spot the third base right now. I really like Creator's spread of Stalkers, but with the quick blink coming out, Haas is going to push him back into his corner very quickly. Haas also looking for a quick third behind this. Haas is one of the best players at grabbing map control, scaring his opponent with Stalkers, and sometimes he goes all in with mass Stalkers, and that's why people get very afraid at that point. But this time around, Creator sees the third Nexus go down immediately, and says, oh, wow, that's a very quick third. Now, it's very scary for him to actually do his own. He's going to move out with a fake. Okay, this is a stupid move from Creator. Because he's left all of his stalkers at home. This is absolutely ridiculous. This has got to be a mistake, right? Get out of there, dude. I think he was trying to show the Immortal to a hallucination. I think he was hoping a hallucination would see that and Haas would freak out and build batteries and stuff. But dude, if he loses those sentries, that's a disaster. He's got to be careful. His units have no business being out here. He saw that Haas had a much faster Twilight. You got to be careful right now, Creator. You've got all the vision in the world. There is no excuse for getting caught away from that battery. He wants to defend the third. It's a little dangerous, but I guess with the extra stalkers coming down, he'll be okay. Haas sets off the barrier, pulls back. Behind this, 4 more gateways on the way. Haas has already got crazy production straight into charge, and he's probing his third. Now, this is that point where I thought, nice, if he probed up would be in a good spot. If Haas just drops a chrono on his probes, keeps probing, up to 55, 60 probes, then goes for the Zealot Archon, I'm okay with it. In fact, on just 2 gas, it's not going to be Archons. I very much doubt. I think we're just seeing Stalkers and Zealots only, which is a good combo. We might even see Haas not make +2, just stop at +1. Stalkers there. Do push back that Phoenix for now, but he should have left the Stalkers there. It's going to get a scout if he doesn't. He's got to deny him seeing the natural. Oh, Haas messed up. Oh, but Creator didn't send it in. Creator needs to see these gases. Those gases tell him everything.
Robbie!
I got Silicon Valley money, bitch! I got Silicon Valley money, bitch!
Thank you so much, Sir Confucius. But guys, he sees no gases. Immediately, Creator knows that this could be an all-in. But then wait, he sees a gas there. He's going, is this all-in or not? Haas, why are you so hard to read? How much are you committing? Creator's struggling to read this situation right now. He does cut probes because he's already got a 7-worker advantage. And indeed, Haas is going all in. It's mostly Zealot Archon. The hallucination sees the army coming. He's got 3 shield batteries, 2 immortals, a bunch of stalkers. What he doesn't have is a lot of zealots. What he doesn't have is a lot of gateways. He's got half the gateway production. He's got 2 more gateways transforming. So that's 3/4 of the production. That's still not that much. These shield batteries need to pay for themselves. Archon, only 1 Archon here. It's the only thing. If he can focus the Archon down, there's no anti-force field. Oh, he's going to get rid of the Archon, which means his force fields are great, but the blink from Haas already takes out 1 immortal. He does take out the shield battery, but he's a little slow on it. Dude, his stalkers. Haas stalkers just got savaged by the immortals, and they didn't finish off the shield battery overcharge. A disaster of an engagement for Haas, and he's smashed. Dude, Creator taking out the Archon. Now there's nothing to deal with the force fields. And yeah, Creator holds. He holds, oh my god, with flying colors, and looks so damn good. Thank you so much, Sir Confucius, the 10 gifted subs. No doubt impressed here. I mean, I like this sort of attack from Haas, but guys, you got to give it to Creator. I told you guys he's a very careful player. Well, this was careful personified. That was absolutely beautiful. So that was a really good defensive game 1 here. Very careful and methodical play from Creator. And in the top left, in the blue, this is Haas. What was that sample? I got Silicon Valley money, bitch. I don't know why I always say Silicon Money Valley, bitch. I don't know why I say it that way. I can't speak good words. Fear Dragon, mate, him and Zombie Grub were drinking together, and then I got them to come on the subathon stream, and basically Zombie was like, oh yeah, I'll have a shot if people gift subs. And he gifted like 100 subs or something to force her to drink like 5 shots and just get absolutely blitzed. And we were like, what the hell? Are you serious? And he's just shouting drunkenly. He's like, I got Silicon Valley money, bitch. It was amazing. It was one of the greatest Fear Dragon quotes of all time. But anyway, guys, let's get into game 2 of this. I don't know if we're ever going to change that alert as well. Whenever anyone does like a big tip, a big gifted sub wave, it's oof. Alright, so that probe there does a little bit of harass. Haas, on the other hand, is like, yeah, I don't need to scout at all. I know what I'm doing before the game even starts, and I know you're not going to cheese me because you're a careful bastard. So Creator loses all this mining time, and Haas just doesn't even care. He's like, I'm up a probe this whole time. Yeah, I pull a probe to chase your probe, but this is still way better than going all the way across the map. Look how quickly he's saturated, and he's going to fully saturated. 16 on minerals, 3 on each gas. That probe does keep chasing it. You guys have seen me. I like to cut the probe off by pulling another probe in front of it to interrupt its shields regen, and then the one that's tailing it, I pull back onto minerals. So you lose about 5 minerals, but you really lower the effectiveness of that probe and sometimes can kill it if you do it a few times in a row. Yeah, massive units break force fields, guys. Thors, Ultralisks, Archons are, I believe, the only massive ground units. If anyone can think of any others, let me know, but I'm pretty sure those are the only ones. Nice snipe on the probe. That's a good pickup there for Haas. Immediately puts a Nexus down. He's already building 2 sentries. Creator also doing a quick expand, and he's already got his sentry far forward to get a very early hallucination across the map. Watch him do it right on 75. He's already got it selected. He's spamming the hotkey. The moment he hits 75 energy, he sends that across. Behind this, once again, is it going to be Robo, or does he actually want to go straight Blink for once? It's actually a Robo at home for Haas. Builds a pylon in the corner of his main. He's going to see this come in. That's going to spot his Robo straight away. If I was Creator, I'd go straight Twilight Forge. Let's see. Creator's going to make that decision in a moment. Keep your eyes over here. Because Robo is a very inflexible tech. Twilight's the better tech in that it gives you a bit more maneuverability. He's also going to do a little bit of a Stalker poke. Hallucination of Haas does go past. Sees the Stalkers coming. Not sure if he noticed it. He's got a shield battery to fall back on, so I think he's fine. No Forge for Creator just yet, just focusing on probe production. He's going to get Blink the moment that finishes. It's hard to afford both. He actually warps into Adepts that are going to go across the map. Now, spotting the Twilight here does Haas. Haas has his own Prism coming out, so I imagine he's probably going to go for his own little Adept drop. So we might be seeing that sort of shenanigan. Forge and Robo Bay. Wait, what? Is he going to play Colossus Turtle? I think he's going to play Colossus Turtle. Oh my god. So I think Haas is just going to like play super defensive and build up his Colossus count. And he's got 2 Adepts in there. Ooh. Oh. Oh, look at that. Good force fields, but they do slip by a little bit. He's going to drop. Oh, you got to stay. Haas. Oh, Stalkers came in the front at the same time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and the Adept gets out. Well done by Creator. Creator gets 3 probes. Good Prism Micro, though, to save the day. But yeah, I would love to see Creator take a quick third and use this Blink map control that's going to be forthcoming. Going up to 4 gateways and a Robo, so very safe play still from Creator. But I love that Stalker distraction at the front. Gets the battery, almost gets a pylon. Very well done. Colossus as well is the one unit I forgot. Colossus is the other giant, huge unit. It's the other massive unit is the name that walks over force fields and crushes them. If you cast a force field on a massive unit, it just doesn't do anything. It just disappears instantly. Nice, very nice snipe there for Haas. So he's actually gone Disruptor first. And that's a good idea. That can sometimes prompt your opponent to go Phoenix, and then you go Colossus. Phoenix are pretty bad versus Colossus. They just take a bit too long to kill them. They're not the worst. I mean, they can still shoot them. Uh-oh. And the Blink is almost done for Creator. So you got to be real careful with this as Haas. And Haas is actually going to poke across with this? Why does he not have a 3rd base? He's going for a 2-base Colossus Disruptor all-in. Oh, but he's got no Immortals anchoring his army up against Stalkers and Batteries. I don't know if that's going to work out. I really feel you need an Immortal in here. Colossus is a really cool unit. But, like, is it really enough? He needs more pylons right now. Haas is about to hit a big supply block. Oh, this is not very well executed by Haas this game, guys. Bit of a mistake by him. Creator comes down, does lose a Stalker, so a little sloppy on his Blink control, but he's got batteries to fall back on. You got to watch out for the Focus Fire. He could kill that Disruptor with Focus Fire. Zoning shot goes out, doesn't find anything, just blinks back to avoid it. Haas still has not built a pylon. What is he doing right now? This is such a bizarre 7-gate all-in, guys. He's doing a 7-gate, I believe, right? Yeah, his last 2 gateways warping in. He's building 4 pylons right now. He's rotating. I mean, 7 gateways is so much production. He should be okay. But if he loses the Prism... Dude, are you crazy? Oh my god! puts his Prism... I think he was trying to bait a blink, maybe? I think that might have been him trying to bait a blink, but he needs to keep warping, and he does not have a third base. Remember that he is down at... He's equal in upgrades. Blink is there for Creator. I mean, this could still absolutely work for Haas. He's got a bigger army. Remember, the Gateway's 4 versus 7. But there's an Immortal in there. That's going to be big. There's lots of shield batteries. He runs forward. He actually blinks past, which is a wild move from Creator. He's trying to get in the back line. He wants to get rid of all of those units. I mean, the Prism, of course, is now gone. That Disrupt is very exposed. Oh, he goes for the Colossus. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. I think Creator has the numbers. Click. He's just got to click the Disruptor. One Immortal shot. Okay, gets it. And he holds. Yeah. Oh, great force fields. There's no blink. You can't escape there. This is what I was saying. You probably need an Immortal in underneath. I feel like you need to have non-stop Robo combat unit production to make that work. And the Colossus is great versus Sentries, great for breaking force fields, great for killing Zealots and Adepts. But against Stalkers and Immortals, it doesn't really add that much. And just one Disruptor. Whenever that shot was off cooldown, there was a big weakness there. So round 2 of big old Stalker push, 1 Immortal, a new Warp Prism here. But +2 attacks almost done it. Oh, Creator! Creator! Oh, he doesn't blink? I thought he would blink on that. Doesn't take the risk. Just kills the Stalker. Pulls back. Gets another... Oh, no. Hot pickup. Saves that Stalker. Good micro by Haas. Doesn't have blink, but he's using the Warp Prism as a substitute. More Immortals are on the way. He's got Sentries, Stalkers in reserve as well. Oh, shit. Stalkers here coming forward. Go for the Prism. That's a snipe. Oh, he doesn't have blink, does he? I'm like, Haas, why not kill the Warp Prism? Oh, wait. Remember that Haas is still miles behind in composition. He's down in army supply. The fact that he got a cancel in this third is incredible. If Haas can get home with this whole army, maybe. He's starting a Twilight. He's starting a third base. He's trying to get that tech. That Observer sees him leave, though. Creator immediately takes his own third, and he's sending his Stalkers around the north. He might be able to snipe that third before he gets back in position. Double Immortal drop will go around the bottom left. So he's going to snake that down, drop in the back of the natural while the Stalkers hit the third. Creator's looking good, man. He's got +2 attack. I mean, he doesn't have +3. His probe count, obviously unable to mine off a third right now, kind of sucks. But Haas is still in a very awkward position. Down 14 army supply, down 5 probes. His third base is a little faster, if he can keep it alive. Oh, the Prism drops an Immortal into combat to chase those Stalkers off. He keeps it alive. He's already, I think, thinking about the fact that there might be a Prism coming in the left. You saw the way he spread his Stalkers a little bit. Double Immortal drop, going to be a huge problem. He knows there's no Blink, there's no Phoenix, there's nothing to worry about. The Phoenix even sees Twilight in the main, so he's depowering some of these Gateways. Great pickoffs using those armored units. He's going to warp in some Zealots as well, or Adepts even. Using the Immortal as a tank. The Adepts take it out. Oh, that's so sick. Still a little bit worried about Blink. So he pulls back maybe a little earlier than he had to. Shades into the main. Colossus is here. Colossus says, get fudged. Now that's actually a good cleanup for Haas. That could have been a lot worse. Haas has got +2 on the way versus the +3 of Creator. Creator's still up 5 workers. Creator is in the lead, but there is a Colossus out. Second Robo Bay on the way for Creator. Creator, of course, is up. Healthy amount of workers, a tiny bit in supply. Does have a few more Immortals as well. There's a big Stalker army gathering on the right side. Only 1 battery there. Such a fragile position to be in right now as Haas. That Colossus has come forward with the Immortal Stalker. Loses a Stalker. Nice blink backs there from Creator. Looking at the units lost tab, you can tell Creator's been way more efficient so far playing his game. Scouting, macroing, reacting, responding. Just very defensive, going to the next step, and basically feeling that he's going to be better in the long run than Haas. Now, we've talked a lot about Haas's big weakness in the matchup. He does not have a late game for PvP. He wants to win in the mid game, usually with a big timing attack. Right now he's building Colossus. He's making Viagra for them. If he could do maybe 3 or 4 Colossus timing with +2, I think he's got a decent chance. But with Disruptors already coming out, it's hard to do a big attack into Disruptors. They can kind of zone you out for days. So I don't really think there's an opening. And if Creator then just works his way to 4 base, maybe add Sky Toss as well. Oh, look at that move. The Immortals are even going to come in as well. Maybe a little risky here for Creator, though. Yeah, it starts off well, and then it does go south. You see that unit's lost tab closing a bit. Haas sniping the observer as well. A little bit overeager there from Creator. But he's got the 4th base. He's still up 6 workers. He's going to get gravitic boosters. That is the observer speed upgrade. Very important upgrade. Something Zest uses excellently in this matchup. And as I said, there's going to be a point where Haas just stops probing, commits to all army, and goes for a big timing push. Well, this timing apparently is now. Viagra, though, not finished. Neither is his 3rd Colossus. I mean, there's already 4 disruptors out with 2 more on the way. I don't think there's any way he can kill this unless he manages to somehow catch the disruptors out of position. So Creator's army will gather back. Is it just pure Stalker Disruptor? Where are the Immortals of Creator? Oh my god! His Disruptors getting caught in the open! Exactly what I said Haas needs to make this work. A huge blunder for Creator, whose Immortals are way out of position for God knows why. This is an absolute blunder of a defense for Creator. And he's still so far ahead, I don't know if it'll matter. But dude, what a shitty start to the fight. He's got Disruptors rallying out though. That Disruptor is going to land big. Ooh, it hits both Colossus. The Stalker's kind of blinking around a little bit derpily. Haas having about as good of a start to this as he could possibly hope for, but those Immortals have finally all rejoined the army. They were hanging here. For some reason, they were down. I think it's because they were in his Warp Prism. Oh, because they were in his Warp Prism. They were still running home. That's why. So he was kind of caught a bit out of position, but I think the Stalker run by could be very effective. Creator just F2'd at home, though. You could tell that Creator kind of F2'd that a little bit. These Stalkers coming in from behind. That's an accident for Creator. He's posturing. He's got a good spread right now. His Disruptors aren't quite in position, though. Haas shoves in between the bases. He's obviously worried about getting surrounded. Those Stalkers are ready to snipe the Prism on the left. He can blink over that gap. Oh, that Disruptor shot. Not quite able to close the distance. Oh, Haas! Oh, he blinks his Stalkers back, but the Disruptors crumble his Colossus. They crumble those Colossus. The balls get a big old strike, and Creator takes the 2-0 advantage. All right, guys, up here in the top right-hand side, representing Team Envy. Creator looking for the 3-0. Standing strong for Career after what looked like it was going to be an all-tie-1 grand finals. Came back down from 0-2 against Nice. Is now up 2-0 versus Haas in the grand final. His opponent in the bottom left, of course, this is Haas. Go with the fork. Nothing excites a Protoss cheeser more than the orifices of lesser beings. He says, you dirty Terran girl, using your orifice to communicate and eat and ingest nutrients. You can't even photosynthesize, you pleb. Because that is 100%. Trust me, guys, I'm best friends with Haas. He told me that's why he keeps that picture there. So we can remember how superior his faction is. Colossus crumble, just like Grandma used to make. You know it, Uncle Toby. Now I'm just imagining like some sort of like, it's kind of like an apple rhubarb crumble or something, but it's got daddy long legs in it. Guys, Creator's going 1 gate expand. Haas has been scouting so late. He's got predictable. Oh no! So he's gonna have no info about this 1 gate expand. Creator's like, look, you scout so late. If I scout you doing this again and not sending a probe across the map, that's fine. I'm just going to do a 1 gate expand and get way ahead on the tech. Now, obviously, there are still some attacks that could be done, but the problem here is Haas is not just scouting late. He's not scouting at all until his Adepts get across the map. So his Adepts and then the Warp Prism ferrying them in the main have to do a lot of damage. There's already a Stargate up. Oh man, this is going to be real hard, especially if Creator gets a Void Ray. That zones out the Prism really well. And it's just a great matchup of tech. I mean, look at this. Haas is blocking him out of the base. Creator's like, I'll block your base just to make sure. And if that keeps the Adepts at home, that's even better. Oh, Haas. This is a disaster for Haas. And this is what happens if you skip scouting too many games. Your opponents will take advantage of it. I've talked about this a bit. How, remember we said this in his previous series. I was saying, look, Haas does this too much. He can get punished for it. Nice will sometimes do this, as will some other players. They'll just go, oh, you're not scouting today at all? All right. Oh, Creator. Ooh, could have finished, but 2 Adepts were about to pop out, so fair enough. And, oh, does lose the probe, but gets the Wolof up. Now, he's got 2 Adepts versus 2. The probes try to pull into fight, but already make a pretty decent trade here for Haas. Does take a few hits trade, both of them damaging each other. And it's Phoenix placed straight to Phoenix for Creator. Interesting. Oh, this Nexus is so late for Haas. I mean, what are you going to do as Haas? Do you feel you need to all in? It's a tough position to be in. Phoenix going to come out across this map. If that finds the Warp Prism, it's a disaster for Haas. And it's looking like it's not quite on a collision course, but it's close. Oh, when he veers it, he veers it. Probe going to try to come in for Creator. He still sees no Nexus. Yeah, it's a 3-gate Robo. But he just by seeing no Nexus, I mean, Haas should have a fire lit under his ass to try to catch up on the expansion timing. Creator does accidentally wall himself in his base, so he needs to clear that shield battery. And it's just going to be a big old Adept Stalker attack on the natural. Oh, he's just going to try and one-shot the Adepts, guys. So what he's going to do, he's going to dive on top and try to one-shot the Adepts before they can heal. It's not going to work out, though. Good pullback there by Creator. Creator sees there's no expansion. He knows he's being all in right now. It's a 4-gate. No Immortal's going to rally out of this base. Just Stalkers coming in for now. Now, Creator really needs to kill that shield battery, I do feel, but I guess there's only one Stalker up there, so why not just leave it? Fair enough, fair enough. It can even get healed by other shield batteries if it's in danger of going down. And did he get an Adept there? Looks like he did kill one Adept. But dude, he's so all in. And what's he doing? Just making Stalkers versus... I mean... Void Ray Battery is actually kind of bad versus Mass Stalker, but because there's so many Adepts, there's not that many Stalkers yet. Oh. Still a very scary moment for Creator, but he's building a Forge. He knows that if he just gets cannons, you cannot break cannon battery with just Stalkers and a Warp Prism. It's not possible. It's not possible. Oh, okay. Adepts shading forward. Watch out. What's he going to focus fire? The Stalkers, they go for the Void Ray. Battery overcharge goes down, but one Void Ray falls. The other Void Ray does get back. Oh, he takes one extra volley. Great micro there by Creator. Is it going to be enough, though? His cannons aren't quite ready. His cannons aren't ready, guys. His cannons, he needed 10 more seconds. There's too many Stalkers. A Void Ray comes down. The probes are pulled. Wait, can he buy time? The cannons are about to finish. The Void Ray, it looks like it'll survive. It doesn't. It goes down. Oh, if that pylon on the left dies, he's screwed. He depowers 2 of the cannons, and now he's going to depower the 3rd one. Oh! Haas! Haas! He literally scouts his opponent's expansion 3 minutes 30 into the game with his first 2 Adepts. Is like, oh, what? You're doing what? Does the most belated 4-gate and still manages to break him. Haas is back in this series. So guys, still just 1 game from winning. Going for a 1-gate so far, but looks like a 2-gate opening. This is Creator, Team Envy. Haas, once again, not scouting, and why would you? If your opponent can't even defend their 1-gate expand, who gives a shit? You don't even need to care. You don't even need to care. You're just like, lol. I beat you with the latest 4-gate Prism of all time. I don't need to do anything else. So Haas feeling very confident, continuing to not scout. Before we get too deep in the build orders, only difference, Creator scouting, Haas is not, but they're both doing very standard things. Second pylon for both sides go down. Can you describe Zerg? Zerg is the swarm race. Your bugs. You infest the map. You're a little bit more reactive in your production. You can go really hard into economy, really hard into army. You don't have to be reactive. If you want to play more aggressive, you do attacks and then you build workers and then you do another attack and then you build workers and you can kind of have that style to dictate the pace. But yeah, Zerg's super fucking fun. Smaller, weaker units, but they can be massed up very quickly. You can shift hard in one direction or another and swarm your opponent. If you guys type ! welcome. I kind of do a very simple breakdown of the races. And I say, look, people always ask this, but honestly, just go with whatever's cool. Try a bit of everything. There is no clear strongest or easiest in StarCraft. I actually think a lot of players find Terran a lot easier in the lower leagues than Protoss, simply because it makes more sense to them what they should be doing, and the build orders are a little bit more linear and successful with zero flexibility, whereas good Protoss play necessarily does usually end up requiring a little bit more adapting to the matchup and the situation. You know, and people will shout at me for that. They're like, no, Protoss has less buttons to click, but it's very personal and subjective based on the player. I do feel that Protoss and Zerg, you do need to have a little bit more understanding of why and when you want to do things than Terran. Terran, you can kind of just follow a path, and as long as you execute decently, it works most of the time. Did he just kill his own probe? Oh, he was supply blocked, so he killed his own probe, guys. Haas here doing a 3-gate robo. He's cleared up that. Now, Creator comes in with a hallucination, sees the 3rd gate, sees the robo. He knows he's being all in. He killed his probe to free up a supply so we could start Adept number 6. So he's going to do the exact same sort of all in. This time, it's a 2-gate expand. Stargate is up. 3 Stalkers and a Sentry. Creator's already got 1 battery. I mean, Creator knows he's being all in. What does he respond with? Void Rays and Stalkers. This can absolutely do it, guys. I really feel that this is like with 2-gate production, Creator's just going to have more raw material. I would like to see him get another battery, but I like that most importantly, he's paused probing off just 24 probes. He says, look, as long as I keep the Nexus alive, I'm way ahead. Forces him to be all in here. Let's see what I can do now with the sentries. He's going to try and force field the units. Oh, he's going to try and trap the units with force field. Now that could be very effective at clearing the ground army. Problem, Haas is only still making Adepts, so he doesn't know he's up against Stargate. He has no information. I've seen Haas do this build, and it has looked so awesome. I've also seen him run into a Void Ray and kind of go, Actually, no, it wasn't a Void Ray. Last time I saw him play this, they went 2 Oracles, they flew out, and they just killed all of his units right now in the middle of the map. And he was like, oh, I don't have anything that shoots up. So he's not going to be able to deal with the Stalker. Now, on the other hand, none of these units except the Immortal and the Warp Prism are armored. So the Void Ray doesn't get bonus damage versus Adepts. This is a huge Adept attacking. Guys, he's walking up the cliff. He's doing this strat. He's trying to use the Colossus to block the wall off. Oh, but he didn't get it there in time. He didn't get it, but it's okay. The Adepts can still one-shot it. Oh my God. But there's 3 Void Rays and he's got nothing that shoots up. Creator gets the 3-1. Guys, some of you might not frequent Reddit. You might not have seen the clips going around of this strategy. Some guy did this to Mana on the ladder. And streamed it, and apparently it was invented by some low masters or something guy. So the trick here is, the idea is you're doing a giant Adept attack. You could do this even with just 6 Adepts. You hallucinate the Colossus because it can walk up the cliff. They go, oh, that's just a scout. And then you walk over as the Adept shades come in. This was a little mistimed. And the idea is you're standing there, so when they try to wall off, the Colossus hallucination is blocking it. But there's nothing that shoots up. Haas did not scout at all. He was expecting a robo, and his prism just dies, and he's got nothing that shoots up. So he just leaves because he's dead. Oh.